It's been a while on this space, but here I am to continue from where I stopped. I've been busy with work and some in real life stuff. Before there was the Johesu strike and had so much time to do certain things at whichever time I want. But now um there are a lot of things in my hand and I got this opportunity and here I am to share one or two. So during the course of the week, I had the radiography student of the university teaching hospital where I work. They came for posting, and from one question to another, we deviated into discussing about internship and some other opportunities outside the university. I was trying to ask them about certain things, and I got to know that they don't really know so much about it. But for me, I understand how the whole thing works because for someone like me who is in a school that has graduated a lot of sets, I can get that opportunity of being in a webinar or seminar where senior colleagues can talk about those things. You get all those Google Meet and every other thing that maybe let me say the president of the Radiography Student Association of that school will organize with a chief that is, let me say, outside the country and every other place. Then they come and tell you the steps on how they did the whole thing before moving over to that place. But for a school who just graduated their pioneer sets, understand the students so much. So we moved into discussing about how getting internship in the profession has become difficult. So I had to tell them how long it took me before I could get mine. Though I didn't have the information, the real information about how the whole internship thing is being done before I left school. Okay, so I spent close to a year at home. But I had to explain to them, tell them, okay, about internship. If you really don't want to spend so much time at home, unless you have those people positioned to do all those things for you. But if you don't have, you have to strategize, starting from learning the basics of ultrasound. You get not like the learning the basics of ultrasound will do that so much for you in getting certain places, but it will still help if you have a particular place in mind where using that strategy doesn't work. It will still knowing the basics of ultrasound will help you still keep you in that space in the loop, before you get to the place you want. Then also talk to them about going back to the place where you did your COS and also showing interest before graduating and inducting. It's better you go while you're still in your final year, or like you just talk to them that okay, I would like to come back to this place when I induct to do my internship here and stuff. Then if you know someone who is in that particular place you want to be, you can still talk to the person that okay, see you, see, and then when you get your license, when you get your temporary license, then the person can put in words for you with the management. If there is space, they can take you. So that we talked about stuff like that for internship, and then we now moved into where I asked some of them that I know some of you want to leave the country, and almost all of them were like, I want to leave the country, or this one, that one. Okay, where do you want to go to? You see the ones that will say they want to go to the UK, they want to go to the Canada, and they want to go to let me say Australia and US, and so what are the requirements for UK? And the person doesn't know. Person doesn't know that you need to take the English proficiency test exams, and then before you start the application for ACPC and the things you need to get from the HOD from your school as per requirements for ACPC and stuff. And then for Canada, the things you need to provide, and then the CAMRAT exams for the US. I think I don't know how the process is, but I think they also have this ARRT exam also, and then Australia and every other place. So they didn't really know much about that. Yeah, so but the bottom line of everything was me encouraging them that if you want to move into any part, apart from just being that diagnostic radiographer, you need to that you really want to add so much more value than what we have already in the country, then you have to start now to start planning. So I had to tell them that there are also radiographers who just what they do is just research, and then also had to talk to them about the academic part of the whole profession, like the levels on how you grow, and not even only like teaching and every other thing in the country. The academic part where you research, you work with some other persons outside the country, or still all those getting of grants and stuff like that. So, but like I said earlier, the whole content of the whole discussion was for them to start planning and everything. So I advised a particular set to tell their president, the current president, to find a way where they have this synergy with some other students in other schools. So when let me say webinar seminars like this are being organized by the senior colleagues of that particular school, they can join in and get this like knowledge. These are like simple things that they need to know. They might not really know that so much, the whole contention of everything, but at least you should know that this is this is that, and every other thing. So that's it all.